Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Ottoman's Life. My name is Ali. Thanks so much for watching. It means a lot. Hope you're keeping well. So I'm continuing my little journey on exploring alternative brands to Lego for my building brick hobby, and I stumbled upon another company called CaDA. Even though when I first saw the logo, I thought it was CAD-Fi. I don't think it is. It's CaDA or CaDA. And the set itself is a coffee house inspired by Starbucks. And I truly believe, I believe this company isn't one of those companies, again, that knocks off and steals other people's designs and goes down that kind of cheapo route, or morally ambiguous route, shall we say. I had a look at their website. You can order it directly from them. I picked this up from Amazon for, I think it's about 40 pounds. And they specialize a lot more in cars, especially big Technic build cars, Speed Champion style cars as well, and construction vehicles. But they seem to have a little line on buildings, which is what I'm interested for my city. And one thing that caught my eye on the box was the name of the designer, and I recognized the name of the designer, Also Jang, because I saw this designer's works on Rebrickable as mocks and instructions that the designer has put on Rebrickable's site. And I think that is awesome, that this company has reached out to these designers and said, hey, look, I love your design. I want to put it into as a product to sell, and probably give them a cut of the sale. So it's so nice that some of these mock designers, I mean, they're really talented, are getting some recognition and also a cut of the sales for the hard work they put into this. And this designer in specifically, he's got some beautiful designs. Arguably, I could have just ordered the bricks based on his design, through Bricklink, etc. But it can be a little bit of a hassle. And I saw this and I thought, at the same time, why not give this brand a go? And being the geek that I am, I do love this box. It's a very premium feel, especially when if I don't know if you can see it on camera, you can see that kind of embossed look and feel on the box. So that's really cool. So I'm really looking forward to opening this up and seeing what's inside. One key thing in here that I really liked is that it's got a lighting kit in here as well. So that's going to be pretty interesting to set up and see what the impact is. Okay, so inside we seem to have all the pieces, but interestingly enough, what I do not seem to see is any numbers on the bags. That's going to be an interesting experience. Not that I can see. Okay, so that's going to be fun. But I think for such a small build, I think it should be manageable. It's not going to cause too much of a headache, although there's still quite a lot of bags in here. The instructions come separately in its own little bag. Let's have a look at the instructions and see what we have here. So they seem pretty straightforward, similar to the quality of Lego, although the print on this page looks quite faded. I don't know if you can see that compared to the other pages. Maybe just a printing error. So all in all, let's see. First impression, the box on the outside is good. Inside, a little bit debatable. But I'll tell you what, I have my coffee, so I'll go ahead and get this built, and then I'll catch you after the break and I'll show you my thoughts, and we can have a look at it together. So here we are, first impressions. It looks exactly how it was presented on the box and website. The quality of the bricks are very good. It will never be to Lego quality, but it's not far off. The clutch power is great, there's no discoloration and no missing pieces. There were 1 or 2 extra pieces, so you have to make sure you don't lose anything during the building process. The design is really nice and slick. I love this angled window structure. There's a lot of smart techniques that get that smooth finish look. And there's very little exposed studs. In fact, the only studs are actually on the roof. The roof is the really only modular aspect of it that you can take it off to give you access to place minifigures and create your scenes within the coffee kiosk. The roof itself is quite interesting. It has a little flap which can hide the USB stick that is used for lighting, or have a way for the wire to come out to connect to a power source. Speaking of the lights, 6 little bulbs you would usually find on a LED fairy light are placed inside the dome pieces, which makes sense to emulate actual lighting of a ceiling. So we don't have the LED strips you usually get in light kits, and the wire is a lot thicker, so in turn it becomes a little bit more finicky to place and to fit in, but it's with a little bit of patience it works and it does the job. It adds a little light to the building, and there are options for different effects, although I'm not quite sure why you'd want to have flashing or cycle dimming lights in the city or even on display, to be honest. I would have much rather preferred to have different levels of brightness. The interiors are nice, however, I was expecting a better coffee machine than what we got. It's a very simple build and it doesn't really convince me it's a true coffee machine. I thought, to be honest, I was building a cashier. Stickers I use in the set, and this is where my biggest problem with this set is. The quality of the print is quite low, it's faded, even though it's quite simple graphics. And an even bigger issue is the size of the stickers. They are bigger than the piece you are sticking to, which doesn't make sense and is rife for peeling off, coming off, and getting stuck. And this really drags down the professionalism of the set, in my opinion. Also, stickers are used for even the smallest of round tiles, the 1-stud round tiles, which even Lego have prints for. I mean, really, we have to go into stickers for these pieces. However, the biggest faux pas for me were stickers going across more than one part, especially on the sign, which, to be fair, it could have been 2 stickers. I mean, you have 2 tiles here anyway. And yes, you could have cut the stickers yourself, but that wasn't explained, nor, I believe, expected of the user to do. I have to admit, the whole sticker situation did leave a little bit of bad taste. Even though I don't mind stickers at all in my Lego sets, in my building sets, I think they can add something that's at a cost-effective way to bring value to a set. However, when they are done like this, if honestly, I would have preferred if they just didn't bother at all. City compatibility wise, you would need to place this on a 32x32 base plate, as it's too big for a half base plate, as you would have no footpath once you place the building on the base plate. Although it does have a kind of drive-through look, so perhaps that can be worked on in an interesting way. From a display-only perspective, I'm not so sure it has that striking wow factor that you would normally reserve for display Lego pieces. But however, that is a very subjective opinion, and for me personally, I will try and find a place for it in the city, as I do like it, and I do think it is very city compatible. Value-wise, at £45, at just over 550 pieces, comparatively speaking to Lego, it's actually seen as pretty decent value. And kudos and praise to CaDA here by giving us the opportunity to get a set like this, as the alternative would be to go to Rebrickable, buy the instructions, source your bricks, and the ultimate total cost, you're saving around about 50% of the cost. So having the opportunity to get this as an all-in-one set, ready to go, boom, without any messing around, I think is awesome to have. From a design perspective, I think the design has done a beautiful job. building this. It really does have an accurate design of a second wave coffee kiosk like Starbucks, and can fit in very nicely into any city. The execution by CaDA, though, can be argued is not as well as the designer, with the unnumbered bags, low quality of the instructions on the paper, the stickers for sure. For me personally, a little bit unacceptable to sell something like that, of that quality. However, for you, it kind of depends if those compromises are enough to discount the warrants of having this building in either as display or in your city. For me personally, I'm happy to have this and find a place for it in my city. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love.